Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, and tonight we're breaking down the NBA's most crucial injury updates for Monday, January 5th. Injuries can flip a game, a team's momentum, and your fantasy matchup in an instant. We're diving into 5 key injury stories that could decide tonight's outcomes, so pay close attention if you want that fantasy win. We'll start in Los Angeles with a major update on a future Hall of Famer, then check in on his superstar teammate, the opposition, and 2 more players whose statuses could shake up their teams. Grab your notes, check those lineups, and let's get into the 5 injury updates you need to know for tonight. Here we go. The big shocker in LA, James Harden was ruled out just before tip-off against the Warriors with left shoulder stiffness. The news broke just minutes before the game, sending ripples through the arena and leaving fans, analysts, and fantasy managers scrambling for answers. Harden, known for his resilience and ability to play through pain, rarely misses games, so this sudden absence was both surprising and concerning for everyone invested in the Clippers season. Harden's been incredibly durable this season, missing only his 3rd game, so this caught everyone off guard, especially fantasy managers. Many had already set their lineups, expecting another big night from the Beard, only to be blindsided by the late scratch. The ripple effect was immediate, with social media lighting up and fantasy forums buzzing with frustration and disbelief. His absence forced the Clippers to rethink their entire offense, losing their main playmaker and scorer in a crucial Western Conference matchup. The team had to quickly adjust, with coaches scrambling to rework the game plan and players stepping into unfamiliar roles. The chemistry that Harden brings to the floor can't be replaced overnight, and the Clippers felt that void from the opening tip. The timing couldn't be worse, with the Clippers in a tight playoff race and every game counting. The Western Conference standings are a logjam, with just a few games separating multiple teams. Every win or loss could mean the difference between home court advantage and a tough first-round matchup, so losing Harden, even for a single night, is a major blow. For fantasy players, if you missed the late update, you took a 0 from a top-tier asset. That's a nightmare scenario, especially in the thick of playoff pushes or head-to-head matchups. Harden's production is nearly impossible to replace, and his absence left a gaping hole in lineups across the fantasy landscape. Shoulder stiffness might sound minor, but it can linger, and the Clippers will be cautious with Harden as the playoffs approach. Medical staff will monitor his progress closely, weighing the risk of aggravation against the need for him to be at full strength when it matters most. Even a small setback could have big implications for the team's postseason hopes. Without him, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and Russell Westbrook had to step up, with Westbrook taking on more playmaking duties. Each player was asked to do a little more, whether it was creating shots, facilitating offense, or locking in defensively. The pressure was on, and the spotlight shifted to the rest of the roster to keep the team afloat. Coach Tyronn Lue had to get creative, testing the team's depth and forcing new rotations. He experimented with different lineups, searching for the right combination to generate offense and maintain defensive intensity. It was a true test of the Clippers' adaptability and resilience under pressure. The offense shifted from Harden's orchestration to more isolation and defensive reliance. Plays that usually flowed through Harden now depended on individual shot creation and quick decision-making. The team's identity on the floor was noticeably different, and every possession felt more challenging. Fantasy managers, now's the time to look for short-term replacements for assists and points, just in case Harden misses more time. Scanning the waiver wire for guards who can fill the stat sheet is crucial, and staying on top of injury updates could make all the difference in your playoff run. Harden's absence isn't just next man up. It changes the entire team dynamic, from spacing to shot selection. The Clippers have to find new ways to generate offense, and role players are suddenly thrust into bigger moments. It's a challenge that tests the team's chemistry and mental toughness. The Clippers built around their big 3, and missing one piece changes everything. The balance of power shifts, and the margin for error shrinks. Every possession, every defensive stop, and every made shot becomes even more important. We'll be watching for updates on Harden's status, but for now, the spotlight shifts to the teammate who had to carry the load in his absence. The coming games will reveal a lot about the Clippers' depth and their ability to weather adversity when it matters most. The Clippers' response without Harden sets the stage for our next story. How they adapt and who steps up could define their season and shape the playoff picture in the wild, unpredictable Western Conference. With Harden sidelined due to injury, the Clippers faced a daunting challenge. The team was missing one of its primary playmakers and scorers, and the pressure was on to find someone who could fill that void and keep the offense flowing. That's when Kawhi Leonard took center stage and delivered in a way only a true superstar can. Leonard posted an impressive 24 points and 12 rebounds, but it was his leadership and poise under pressure that truly stood out. He didn't just put up numbers, he set the tone for the entire team, keeping everyone focused and composed. He became the offensive engine, hitting tough, contested shots when the team needed a bucket and anchoring the defense with his trademark intensity. Whether it was a mid-range jumper over a defender or a crucial block at the rim, Kawhi was everywhere. Kawhi's rebounding was crucial, especially with the Clippers playing smaller and needing every extra possession. He fought for boards in traffic, outmuscling bigger opponents and giving his team second-chance opportunities. He showed why he's a two-time Finals MVP, stepping up when his team needed him most. In moments of adversity, Kawhi's championship pedigree and experience shined through, inspiring confidence in his teammates. In the fourth quarter, with the game on the line and the crowd on its feet, Kawhi embraced the moment and delivered clutch buckets. He took over offensively, calmly knocking down shots and making the right plays when it mattered most. For fantasy managers, Harden's absence meant more usage for Kawhi, and he capitalized across the board. His increased touches translated to more points, rebounds, and even assists, making him a fantasy basketball star for the night. This win is a huge confidence boost for the Clippers, proving they can grind out victories even when short-handed. It's the kind of gritty performance that can galvanize a team for the rest of the season. The team's chemistry was on display, with Paul George and the bench stepping up in key moments, but everything revolved around Kawhi's steady presence. His ability to direct teammates and keep everyone locked in was invaluable. Performances like this keep Kawhi in the MVP conversation. When healthy, he's one of the league's most complete players. His impact goes far beyond the box score, affecting every aspect of the game. The 103-102 win was a testament to his ability to carry a team through adversity. In a game decided by the smallest of margins, Kawhi's contributions made all the difference. Kawhi's calm leadership set the tone, reminding everyone that the Clippers have a superstar who can take over when it matters most. His poise under pressure is contagious, lifting the entire roster. Even with one star out, Kawhi proved he can lead the Clippers to victory. Nights like this are why he's considered one of the game's elite, and why the Clippers remain a threat in the West. On the other side, Stephen Curry suited up for the Warriors, but the Clippers' defense kept him unusually quiet. Curry finished with 17 points, a solid night for most, but below par for the league's greatest shooter. The Clippers threw everything at him: Terrence Mann, Amir Coffey, even Kawhi at times, making every shot a battle. Their game plan was clear: don't let Curry beat you, and it worked. This wasn't about Curry being off, it was about the Clippers' relentless defense. For fantasy owners, it was a letdown, but it's a reminder that even superstars can be contained by elite defenders. The Warriors' offense struggled without Curry's usual fireworks, putting more pressure on Klay Thompson and Andrew Wiggins. When Curry isn't superhuman, Golden State's margin for error shrinks dramatically. A couple more threes from Curry could have flipped the result, but the Clippers' defense held firm. No need to panic. Curry will bounce back, but this game showed how much the Warriors rely on his brilliance. The supporting cast needs to step up, especially when Curry faces defenses as tough as the Clippers. Tonight, Curry was healthy, but not the game changer we're used to, and the Clippers' defense deserves all the credit. In the East, Robert Williams III missed Portland's game against Miami with right knee soreness, a worrying sign given his injury history. Williams is a defensive anchor when healthy, but knee issues have plagued his career. The Blazers are rebuilding, so they'll be extra cautious with their long-term investment. For fantasy managers, Williams is always high risk, high reward, elite in blocks and rebounds, but always a health gamble. His absence means more minutes for DeAndre Ayton and tests the Blazers' depth at center. Without Williams, Portland's defense loses its rim protector, forcing perimeter defenders to play more conservatively. The team's defensive structure suffers, and opponents get easier looks inside. Williams was finding his rhythm in Portland, so this setback is frustrating for both him and the team. Knee soreness could mean a short or extended absence. Fantasy managers should prepare for both. Add a center for rebounds and blocks if you can, and keep an eye on updates. For the Blazers, it's a challenge but also a chance for younger players to step up. Williams' health remains a key storyline for Portland and fantasy basketball alike. In Sacramento, De'Aaron Fox was ruled out with a moderate right ankle sprain, a major blow for the Kings. This injury couldn't have come at a worse time as the Kings are in the midst of a crucial stretch of games. Fox's dynamic playmaking and leadership on the court have been pivotal for the team's success this season. Fox is the engine of their offense, and his absence leaves a huge hole in their attack. His ability to push the pace and create opportunities for his teammates is unmatched. Without him, the Kings will need to find new ways to generate offense and maintain their competitive edge. Moderate sprains are tricky. He could miss a week or several, and the Kings will be cautious with their franchise player. The medical team will closely monitor his progress, ensuring he doesn't return to action prematurely and risk further injury. For fantasy managers, losing Fox is tough. He's elite in points, assists, and steals, and hard to replace. His consistent performance has made him a valuable asset in fantasy leagues, and finding a suitable replacement will be challenging. The Kings' offense will slow down, with more playmaking falling to Domantas Sabonis, and expanded roles for Malik Monk and Davion Mitchell. Sabonis will need to take on a larger role in facilitating the offense, while Monk and Mitchell will have to step up their game to fill the void left by Fox. Without Fox's speed, Sacramento becomes a more conventional half-court team, losing their unique transition threat. The team will need to adapt to a slower pace and focus on executing their half-court sets more efficiently. This injury tests the Kings' depth and resilience after a healthy season last year. The team will need to rely on their bench players to step up and contribute in Fox's absence. It's a true test of their collective strength and determination. It's a chance for others to step up and prove the team isn't just a one-man show. Players like Malik Monk and Davion Mitchell have the opportunity to showcase their skills and make a significant impact. Fantasy tip: add Malik Monk if available. He'll see a usage spike. With Fox out, Monk will likely see more minutes and have more opportunities to score and assist. Davion Mitchell is a good streaming option for steals. His defensive prowess will be crucial for the Kings as they look to maintain their defensive intensity. The Kings face a tough test against Cleveland's defense without their star. The Cavaliers are known for their strong defensive play, and the Kings will need to find ways to break through without Fox's playmaking abilities. Fox's absence changes the team's identity and strategy. Everyone will need to step up. The coaching staff will need to make adjustments and find new ways to motivate and guide the team through this challenging period. We'll keep you posted on his recovery, but for now, Sacramento must find ways to win without their leader. The team and fans will be eagerly awaiting Fox's return, but in the meantime, the Kings must rally together and continue to fight for every win. That wraps up our 5 key NBA injury updates for Monday night. From Harden's late scratch to Fox's ankle sprain, injuries are shaping the league and your fantasy matchups. Before you log off, double-check your fantasy lineups for any last-minute changes. One missed update can cost you the week. Stay informed, stay ready, and give yourself the best shot at a win. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more NBA updates. I'm your host, and I'll see you next time for more action and analysis. Good luck with your lineups.